Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3. And today I'm going to be giving you part 4 of What If Naruto Broke His Human Limiter. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode, brand new series of What If Naruto had an OP bloodline and brutally trained by Danzo. And enjoy that guys over on Anime King. And also, I post a brand new final episode over Anime Prince, so go ahead and enjoy that as well guys. And remember, if you're new, yes, I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3. Well, for now, Anime Prince, which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and just destroy that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support, and yeah, without further ado, what do you say we jump right into this new episode? Starts the intro. So the last time we left off, the thief that had stolen from Tachikage had his blade at Naruto as he was ready to strike down. However, when the man brought his blade down, something strange and confusing happened at that moment, as Naruto blocked it with his finger, confusing every single one of them. The man couldn't understand how this was possible, as the blade was stopped by Naruto's finger alone. He tried to rationalize this, but it wasn't helping as he strapped the explosive back to Naruto's back before he set it off. Kurasuke's eyes went wide as Naruto went boom. She blamed herself because she had gotten reckless and she got an innocent person dead. Now that she was thinking about it, he wasn't so normal given that he also blocked that with a single finger. But still, she felt horrible. It wouldn't change anything. However, when her father arrived there, the man was able to burst through the smoke, giving her a distraction as he captured her. He wrapped her up in explosives. Her father was talking to the man, trying to stop this from happening. However, he knew if he was to take back to the village, well, it would be all over for him. So he decided to set it off when Naruto emerged, frightening the hell out of everyone. Sasuke and the others arrived on the scene as well, as Naruto was completely unharmed. They couldn't understand what the hell was going on. So he set off the explosive. Kurasuke's father was pissed as the explosion went off, leaving a gigantic hole within the center of the village. He thought his daughter was dead. However, Kakashi had his Sharingan watching everything, and he saw something that made him realize that Naruto and the girl was fine. A distance away, Naruto landed on the mountainside, where he had grabbed the both of them and threw the explosive in the air. However, his speed was too fast for them to even see. The man was confused that he was still alive, knowing that if he was brought back to the Hidden Stone, it would be worse for him there. So he started to curse at Naruto, calling him a monster. Had something inside of Naruto just snap. That brought back so many bad memories as he grabbed the man and threw him. He smashed into the side of a mountain with the force that Naruto threw him. He was nothing but pieces. As Naruto realized that he just killed someone, despite the rigorous training, he was still a child. Kurasuke, not being much older than him, was grateful that she was still alive as she thanked him and told him that if he had not done something, that man would have went on and hurt more people. Besides, he was her hero. Hearing that, Naruto kind of perked up a bit as he started to speak to her. He asked her to marry him, as she realized how clueless he was about certain things, but he was also cute and nice, and not to mention ridiculously strong. When they got back, they stopped a fight from happening between the other team and Konoha, as he was glad to see that his daughter was okay as he told Kurasuke to come. So with that, they left, as Naruto was rather upset that he couldn't say goodbye to her. They head back to the village after a while, as they report everything in. As Naruto has been a bit mopey over the week, however he had made a move. When Unki heard about this, Naruto Uzumaki became intrigued. Konoha was hiding perhaps a secret weapon. Kurosaki also felt conflicted. That blonde was plaguing her dreams. She didn't know why. However, Naruto did something drastic. He got a map, and he ran straight towards the village. He ran straight there. It took him a few hours that he got there. He was able to get in by going through the rough, difficult part that normal shinobis couldn't bypass. But because of how special he was able to get in as he grabbed her hand and pulled her in the alleyway when he finally found her. She was shocked as he brought him towards her secret location where no one would know where she is. She yelled at him for doing something so reckless if her grandfather ever found out. However, they got to talk, and she kind of calmed down a bit. Not to mention she was, well, kind of happy to see him. Not that she would tell him that she's been thinking about him for the past week. As Naruto was happy to see her as well as they got to talk. As the book that he read said that people have to be friends first before they get married, so Naruto decided to take a more friendly approach. As Kurosaki promised that she would keep his secret and not tell her father or her grandfather who was the Tsuchikage, as Naruto was happy for that as he ran back home. That night when he returned, Naruto had something on the back of his mind though. She said that he looked like the fourth Hokage, as he had never really noticed that before, but now that she said it, he kind of realized that he kind of did. Blonde hair and blue eyes. Although from the Yamanaka, most people did not have that feature. As he went to sleep that night, however, he was pulled into his Mindscape. Finally, something that he's been looking forward to, as he came face to face with a monstrous fox. The fox started to speak up to him as Naruto walked through the bars. The fox pinned him down as it brought its claws and beard it down on Naruto. Every single ounce of water in the sewer tide floated up in the air as he slammed down hard. So yeah guys, basically as we left off, you guys can switch across and play check of yourself, and also guys, remember to go ahead and check out the other channels. Indeed, I have 4 of them guys. Anime King, and Making 2 and Making 3, and Anime Prince. The links will be down in the description, so go ahead, check them out and enjoy. And don't forget to stay in tune for the rest of what is coming your way. I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them, but for now, let's jump right into this new episode. Begin now guys. We begin this new episode with Kurosaki, as she was currently located at the top of a stone pillar, looking down towards the village. The hidden stone, her home. The last 2 months have been a conflicted one, but there was a reason for that. His name was Naruto Uzumaki. Her grandfather became intrigued by this individual, wanting to know who exactly was he. From the reports that Kurosaki had gave back, and the reports that her father had gave as well, the kid was able to move at speed that seemed, well, virtually impossible. He was able to save Kurosaki, and also threw the bomb off her, which was tightly wrapped around her, and grabbed the perpetrator as well, which seemed really impossible for someone of his level of talent. It made Unki wonder, did the hidden leaf start to breed super soldiers or something? He had to find out. They were keeping secrets that could change the very state of the elemental nation, and he had to know. That is why the Chunin exams that were coming up, the stone will be participating. Something that has not been done for a long time, especially when it comes towards the hidden leaf, but the hidden stone ninjas will be heading towards Konoha. However, Kurosaki was conflicted for, well, not about June exams. She was happy to go, but she was conflicted on her responsibilities as a ninja of this village and the granddaughter of the Tsuchikage. If her grandfather ever found out what she was doing, he would be so angry at her. He would be disappointed. Over the past few months, she almost told him 3 times that she's been meeting up with Naruto Uzumaki, but something held her back. Usually, she would have told him a long time ago that something was wrong, especially if it threatened the safety of the village, but to her, Naruto was not a threat. He was a nice guy that she kind of liked, given the fact that she didn't really took interest in anyone here at her home village. Most of them too afraid of, well, who she was to even talk to her. And she was also a bit cocky and sometimes rude. However, Naruto was different. She could talk to him, she could spend hours talking to him. They had met up a lot of times over the past couple of months, as he was happy to come here anytime. They made schedules and they met up a few times, and she had to say speaking with him was just, well, she didn't know how to describe it. Sometimes they just talk about nonsense, and yet she enjoyed that time more than anything, as her mind was conflicted on what to do. Should she do the right thing and tell her grandfather? But if she did, he will try to use this to capture Naruto. She knew that Naruto would not go down without a fight, but Naruto could not stand up to the full might of the Hidden Stone. That just wasn't possible. But she also didn't want him to get hurt. So that is why she was feeling so conflicted. Yet every time she thought about him, every time she thought to give him up, this pain in her chest stopped her from doing that. She released a sigh, as she wondered where he was. Hey Kurosaki, she paused, turning to see Tsubaki behind her. Oh hey there, she said, with a smile on her face. You seem rather conflicted these days. What do you mean, said Kurosaki? Well, you're spacing out more than often. What? Yeah, I've noticed. Is something on your mind? No, it's nothing, she said. Tsubaki was her teammate and also her best friend, but she was afraid to tell her what she was doing. She was friends with her and all, but what she was doing was basically treason, and she didn't want her to get blamed if this ever comes out. And the possibility of this ever coming out, well, she was afraid of that happening. But she needed some clarity. She needed someone to at least talk to. So she decided to phrase it in another way. Hey, come and sit down. There's something I want to talk to you about. Tsubaki came over. So, what is it? Well, don't get all too bothered up about this, but I was just thinking. Merely hypothetically. I mean, if you meet someone that you like really truly care about, how far would you go for that person? What are you talking about, said Tsubaki. I just want to know, how far would you go for that person to be with them? Well, do you mean like love? Tsubaki asks. Yeah, love, said Kurosaki. It was the first time she was saying those words, when her thought was going towards Naruto. What was she saying? She was just a kid, right? She didn't even know what love was. Yet what the hell was this feeling? She just couldn't shake it. And besides, she was merely doing this to get the specs on what Tsubaki thought. After all, she was her best friend. She will give her some good insight. Well, you love someone? Tsubaki asks. Oh no, she said. I'm just thinking about that. I mean, would you like give up your shinobi career to be with someone? She asks, knowing that was the perfect way to phrase it. Well, knowing you love being a shinobi more than anything else. Not to mention you want to be the Tishikage one day. So that's a rather hard choice for you, isn't it? Said Tsubaki. Yeah, but I want to ask, would you do it? Well, Tsubaki looked her directly in the eyes. Kurosaki did not say anything strange with that after all. They were best friends. In a heartbeat. Really? Yes, Tsubaki said. If I love someone, I would give up my career as a shinobi in a heartbeat. As Kurosaki looked down, a small frown came on Tsubaki's face, but it vanished rather quickly as Kurosaki looked up. Even if being with this person is treason. What? Treason? Well, that's going a bit too far. I mean, betraying your entire home for someone that, well, would get you in that kind of trouble. Well, I don't think that is love. I mean, what person would get you in that kind of trouble? If they love you. If you love something and it hurts, you must set it free. Well, that's the saying anyways. Yeah, I suppose you're right about that, said Kurosaki. Well, but you fallen in love with someone. I mean, it isn't going to get you in trouble, right? Despite being Tishikage's granddaughter, that doesn't mean you can't really date anyone that you like, that you prefer, said Tsubaki. What are you talking about, said Kurosaki? Oh, nothing, she said. I was just merely going on with your statement. Oh, yeah, said Kurosaki. I guess you're right. Well, thanks for the info. Hey, why did you ask me all those questions anyway? Asked Tsubaki as Kurosaki got up. Well, I had a dream that I fell in love with this person, but in order to be with them, I had to run away from everything. So, you asked me all of that because of a dream? Kurosaki smiled. Yeah, and it's just fun messing with you as well. And besides, I am unpredictable, unreadable. Don't think you can ever know me. I'm like a mistress, she said, as she rushed off. As Tsubaki watched her leave, she sighed to herself as she lowered her head. For a moment there, I thought. She shook her head as she got back to her feet. As she made her way off. Time skip. Team 7 was currently making their way towards the Land of Wave. They were going there to back up another team. Team 8 consisting of Kiba Inazaka, Kurenai Yui, Shino Aberami, and Hinata Hyuga. They bit off more than they can chew. It seems the client lied about the mission, however, two envoys are also making their way as well. They were given different orders. Their orders was to sneak in and get rid of Gato. Gato had started tamper with things in Fire Nation that caught the eye of the Fire Lord, and the man wanted him removed. He had spoke to Irison about this, but because of certain circumstances, killing Gato in the public would be, well, bad for their reputation. So they had to take him out silently. So while Kakashi and the others were helping the others, the envoys will get rid of Gato. The one that showed up to Konoha was none other than Akamaru, with a note. Kiba had run him halfway. Seeing that he was the fastest out of the group, Kurenai was badly injured after her battle with Zabuza. Zabuza was injured as well as he was able to escape. However, Kurenai was too badly injured to keep on fighting. Hinata medical cream was working. However, she was not going to be ready by time. Zabuza showed up once again, as they were sure that he was recovering. So they needed help. Kiba had returned back, as he was entrusting Akamaru to get there. He was sure of his partner's skills to return. The tired puppy had returned to Konoha with the notes, quickly giving it off to the Hokage. Now at the moment, Naruto had the puppy in his arms, as they were heading back. Kiba needed his little partner after all, as they hopped from tree branch to tree branch, making their way. Given the fact that they didn't have a client, they were able to move a bit faster than they would have with a client. Sasuke's eyes were checking all the areas, as he moved from tree branch as well. Sakura was getting a bit tired, however, she was holding her own until she couldn't anymore. The past 2 months had been good. For one thing, Naruto seemed a whole lot happier. In fact, he was joyful almost every single day. He was joyful to do all the D-rank mission, all the boring one. They had no idea what put him in such a joyful mood, but his mood kind of helped the group a lot, given the fact that he started to spar with Sasuke a little bit. Naruto was holding back heavily so he did not hurt Sasuke. Even Sakura started to take a little initiative in her training, realizing that she was going to be left behind given the rate that they were going. As for Naruto, he also spoke to the fox as well. That conversation was a, well, hard one at first. Flashback. Kurama brought down his paw, as the entire surface inside of the Mindscape, the water shot up like a geyser when his hand came down with terrible force. He then looked down as he roared, right in Naruto's face. The blonde was lying on the ground, his arms spread. Kurama's paw was on top of him, as Naruto looked up towards the fox. As Naruto sniffed a bit. Nothing, he said. The fox looked towards him curiously. There was no fear or nothing on his face. I smell nothing, said Naruto. I thought that there would at least be an odor to your breath, but there's nothing. The fox growled a bit at that. I'm not saying that it's bad or anything, it's just nothing, said Naruto. Makes me find it hard to believe that you're actually a giant fox, said Naruto as he pet his feet. But your fur surely feels real. It's just so confusing, said Naruto. As Kurama tried to press him down more, however, Naruto lifted Kurama's paw up with his one hand before he crawled out as Kurama raised the eyebrow. Naruto then proceeded to bend his legs before he jumped and landed right on his nose. Kurama's eyes focused on the infuriating blonde before he threw him up and opened his mouth as he bit down hard. However, Naruto stood at the entrance of his mouth, his two hands opening Kurama's mouth wide open. Hey, stop trying to eat me, said Naruto. The fox spat him out as Naruto fell to the ground. Raising his paw once more, Kurama brought it down and cracked the area. However, Naruto was now standing on top of his head. You know, it would be pretty awesome to ride you like a big horse, said Naruto. Get down from there, you little whelp! As Naruto started to laugh. You can't really see me or do anything about me up here, right? Kurama shook violently, but Naruto gripped onto his fur tightly. As he kept on shaking, but Naruto would not let go, Naruto burst out laughing. This is really a combat flaw, huh? Strange that no one has ever think about this. Once I'm on top of you, and if I hold on really tight, how exactly can you get me off? Kurama was now growling rather badly, before he calmed himself. A smirk came on the fox's face as he flipped himself over and crashed on the ground hard. That is when he felt something rub in his stomach. As he looked down, "Who's a good boy?" said Naruto as he rubbed Kurama's stomach. "Come on, who's a good boy?" "You stupid human, I'm not a dog." Well, it worked on the other puppies. I thought it would work. One of his tails smacked Naruto right in the face, throwing him right into the darkness. A few seconds later, Naruto came back. That wasn't nice. Kurama sighed. "I give up," he said. "Hey, what's wrong? You seem to be immune to me killing you." "Wait, what? You were trying to kill me?" said Naruto. Kurama shook his head. "Well, given the fact that I can't really hurt you in your own mindscape, I'm not even sure if that is the cause or is because you're so goddamn indestructible." "Yeah, I'm pretty tough," said Naruto. "That's not only what you are, you fool." "What do you mean?" said Naruto. As he sat on Kurama's paw, the fox glared at him, but he did not shake him off, as there was no point. "Your body died at least 15 times in the first year of your training." Naruto paused. "What the hell are you talking about?" he said. "You don't even know. You went to bed at night sweating, your heart beating frantically. You did not even know that you were on the verge of death, do you? Slipping so much into darkness, I had to constantly pump my chakra out for the past 6 goddamn years to heal you, leaving me a shell of my former self until I fully recuperated in that last year. But you're okay now, right?" "Of course I am. You think a mere amount of chakra would leave me weakened forever?" "Well, I'm glad," said Naruto. "Sorry, I didn't really know." "You wouldn't. You push yourself so much that your body started to break down from the insides. However, my chakra was able to break your body limiter." "Limiter?" "Yes, you fool. All humans have a limiter. You shattered yours with my chakra and your willpower. You think that everyone around you is that strong. How foolish can you be?" "Well, I've started to notice that I'm a fair bit stronger than everyone else," said Naruto. "It's hard to really go all out on someone, but when I hold myself back, I do enjoy a pretty good fight. Well, I suppose some tough opponents will come in the future for you to fight, given that you are my container." "You think so?" said Naruto. "Yes. Jinchuriki's lives are never happy." "Yeah, don't remind me," said Naruto as he looked down. "You know, I expected you to be a beast of chaos and havoc, yet you're not." "That's because you're stupid," said Kurama. "You're not even frightened by me, are you?" "No, not really. It seems like more than your limiter was broken." "What do you mean?" "I'm not sure," said Kurama. "So why did you bring it up?" "Just shut it, you human." Alright. I was just asking a question, jeez. Well, at least we're friends now, right? And who the hell said I was your friend? Well, you're kind of stuck with me. And if you don't be my friend, I'll tie your tails up." "You'll what?" "You heard me," said Naruto. "You're the one that said to yourself, you can't really hurt me in here. You don't know if it's because of this place. Maybe the seal or just that I'm that strong. So if you don't be my friend, I'll tie your tails up." "You wouldn't dare," said Kurama. As Naruto's eyes narrowed, Kurama's eyes narrowed as Naruto started to walk forward. "Get away from me, human," he said. "Are you gonna be my friend?" said Naruto. "I said get away," he roared, as Naruto here blew back, as a smirk came on his face. End of flashback. Yep, good times, Naruto thought to himself. He hadn't gone through with the threat. He was just joking with the fox to personally. Well, at least he was talking to him. They were kind of friends, Naruto would say. But he always said that he was not his friend. Well, so be it. As they made their way towards the land of Wave. Arriving there, Akamar led the way as he came across a two-story house. As they were about to knock, the door was opened by Kiba. She was right, he said. They sent you guys? Where's your sensei, said Kakashi. Oh, upstairs, he said. As Kiba led Kakashi inside, as Naruto looked around, the place had looked rather bad. As he wondered who was making these people suffer, this was not a good thing to do. Some of the people barely had clothing on them. As he could see that Sasuke was also noticing that as well. The group arrived as they made their way upstairs, Hinata deactivating her Byakugan. Yes, she liked Naruto. However, this was no time for her to focus on her crush, because her sensei was not doing too good. None of them knew proper medical ninjutsu, as Kakashi was shocked by the severity of the wound. She had a slash across her chest. Hinata seemed to apply cream to it and bandage her up. She had 2 slashes right at her hand. The slashes indicate that it was from a large blade. Kurenai. She opened her eyes slightly. Kakashi. So they sent you, huh? She said. You're in bad shape, he said to her. Zabuza, the demon of the mist. He seemed to be far more resilient to my genjutsu than I thought. I did wound him badly though. However, I'm sure that he'll be back in a couple days. But given my situation, I doubt that'll be much help. You need to get to a proper hospital to make sure everything is fine. You will just be wasting time. Besides, what if the kids here get attacked? We can't just... Oh, I won't be taking you. Naruto. Yep, said Naruto. Get her back to the leaf. Kakashi, are you kidding? She said. No, trust me. He can get you there. As Naruto walked over towards her, hey, how will he be able to carry Kurenai Sensei by himself? What if he gets attacked? Naruto is a lot faster than you think. Kurenai, just trust my judgment, he said, looking towards her. She trusts Kakashi, and he wouldn't offer for a student to help her if something was not up. Fine, she said. She looked towards Naruto. I'm in your care, she said to him. He didn't know why, but he felt... well, strange. Someone was in his care. Their life was in his hand. He had to make sure that she was safe. He gave her a charming smile. Don't worry, he said. I'll get you back in a flash. Naruto, you have to make sure that you hold her properly, to make sure that she doesn't bleed out. Don't worry, said Naruto. This is one of the things I read about in the book that guy gave me. Well, not this exactly, but about the human body, said Naruto. I know how to hold her. There are a couple of things that you have to do to make sure that your, well, muscles and tissues don't tear when you're doing certain things. So I got the gist, said Naruto. Kurenai watched him as he came over and picked her up. She hooked her arms around his neck. Given the fact that he was taller than Kiba, not to mention, she could feel muscles underneath him. Like, a lot. What the hell? She thought to herself. As he picked her up with literal ease. Be careful, Naruto-kun. Her wounds are still fresh. Naruto turned towards Hinata. You remember her, a sweet girl. Don't worry, Hinata, he said. I'll get her back. You guys don't have to worry about your sensei, said Naruto as he walked. A woman came down the other stairs as she saw him. She breathed a sigh of relief. Help has finally arrived, she said. Yeah, I got it, said Naruto. Whoever you are. I'm Tsunami. Oh, hi, I'm Naruto Uzumaki. I'll see you guys soon. What's going on? I mean, he can't do this, right, said Kiba. What if he... Sakura looked towards him. Oh, trust me. Naruto is... special, she said. What do you mean special? Oh, you'll see. Be careful now, said Kakashi. Kakashi, I hope you know what you're doing, said Kurenai. Because... yeah, don't worry, said Naruto, cutting her off. Hold on tight. She held on to him as he moved. Kiba eyes bristling in shock. Akamaru barking in shock as well. As Naruto was gone, kicking up a dust trail. Kurenai was baffled as the wind fluttered around her, but it seems like it was not affecting her. How are you feeling? Said Naruto. She was shocked. Somehow the wind was not affecting her to its speed, countering out the reaction. How are you doing this? She said. I'm pretty awesome, he said as he kept on running. In just a span of a few minutes, they were at the water. As Naruto realized they took a boat to get here, he started to slow down. What's going on? She said. As she then noticed, she almost forgot about that. We need to get a boat. Hey, I have an idea, said Naruto. What are you talking about, she said. Don't worry, I won't drop you. Wait, do you know how to water walk, she asked him. Nope, said Naruto. What the hell are you doing? Stop, she said. However, as she closed her eyes, preparing for them to fall right in the water, thinking that this genin was suicidal, she felt the water whipping past her as some of it splashed in her face. Kurenai blinked in confusion. What's going on? She said. It was then that she looked down as she saw his feet. His feet was a blur. She could not see anything else. Everything was moving so fast. He spoke something but she could not really hear him. She did not understand what was going on until they arrived on land as he came to a stop. He cleared the long lake in a span of a few seconds. Whoa, had to go at least 80% there, said Naruto. But I did it. I can run on water. I was just gonna jump but I felt it turn solid when I increased my speed. Pretty awesome, right? Hey, you okay? Kurenai could not speak. She was baffled. Yeah, some people are shocked when I go a bit hard, said Naruto. Don't worry, I'll get you back in a jiff. A few minutes later at Konoha, as Asuma Sarutobi was having a good day. He had just set his kids off to go home and relax for the day after doing 2D rank missions. They were coming along nicely. That is when something blurred past him. Asuma was able to see a piece of clothing, as that was confusing because that looked just like Kurenai. He rushed towards the hospital, where the blur was going. A moment later, everyone froze as a gigantic gust of wind flushed through the hospital halls. Naruto had stopped abruptly, which was kind of a mistake because the force that he came in with was pretty nasty as patients were thrown. Oh crap, he said, as he looked around at the mess that he made. He turned his head as he saw a nurse. Hey, she needs help! The nurse noticed a bleed in Kurenai that, well, she wasn't bleeding that badly, but she needed medical help. However, Naruto was looking rather apologetic. They brought over a stretcher for her to place her on. You're gonna be okay now, said Naruto. Kurenai just nodded dumbly. She wasn't sure what to say. Her mind couldn't fathom what the hell was going on. Or what was that child? Was he even human? As Naruto turned as he started to walk back, that is when Asuma landed in front of him. Hey kid, was that Kurenai? Yeah, said Naruto. She got hurt on a mission so I ran her back here. Asuma looked towards him confused before he asked how badly she hurt. She should be fine, she just need a medic, said Naruto. Wait, you said you ran her back here? Where were you? You weren't one of her genins. Nah, we were sent to back her up on a mission, said Naruto. The land of Wave. Wait. You're saying that Kakashi let you run her back here from Land of Wave? Yeah, but I have to go now, said Naruto. Why don't you go and talk to her? I'll see you soon. Naruto did not run, instead he took off. He leaped, shocking the crap out of Asuma. As he looked up as he saw the kid was nothing more than a dot. However, Naruto realized mid-ear that he did not inform the Hokage. He paused himself in mid-ear as he flapped his hand before he slammed them together. However, that was a mistake. There was too much force. So Hiruzen was doing his paperwork when something crashed right inside of the building. Anvus were out in an instant, blades ready. As Hiruzen looked over his decks, Naruto? What's going on? He said. Don't worry, it's not an attack, said Naruto. Just misjudged my movement there. Sorry about your roof again, he said. Before you say anything, said Naruto. 1. Kurenai is back in the village. She's being treated by a medic. 2. Kakashi has taken over for the two teams. We'll help the bridge builder and keep him safe until everything is over. See you soon, said Naruto, as he did not want to be blamed for this again. So without listening to the old man, Naruto leaped away. Hiruzen looked up. He didn't know that the sensei for Team 8 Kurenai was that badly hurt. The letter was written so flawlessly he thought it was her. Maybe one of the kids written it. Because if that was the case, he would have sent a medical envoy there to help her, given the fact that he sent 2 envoys to get rid of Gato. As he turned towards one of the envoys in the room, that hadn't really budged towards Naruto's strange reaction. Get me Tenzo, he said as he looked up towards his roof. At once. Time skip at the wave. Kiba was outside as he packed his foot on the ground, as he was nervously waiting. When he had saw Kurenai get slashed, he was panicking. Him and Akamara jumped in, did a Getsuga. Enough to push back Zabuza, but still it wasn't enough. It showed him that he was still not strong enough yet. It was a good thing that your sensei was there, otherwise they would have all been toast. That is when he saw the blur rushing towards him, as he came to a stop. "Whoa," said Naruto as he wiped a twinge of water from his face. It didn't even look like sweat. It looked like water from the river. "That was a good run," he said. "What? Why are you back so soon? What did you do to our sensei?" "Calm down," said Naruto. "She's at Konoha, she's fine." "No, that's not possible. You couldn't have got back to the village so far. Not to mention you had to take the boat and... No, you're lying." "Why would I lie about someone's safety? Come on. Besides, she's your sensei. I wouldn't do anything to keep a fellow Konoha shinobi in danger, you fool." "Now get out of my way," said Naruto. "I have to report back in." Kiba grabbed Naruto and "Look here. This is my sensei we're talking about. So if you're lying to me, and if anything wrong with Kurenai sensei, I will..." Naruto held up two fingers as he whacked Kiba right on the hand. "Ow!" Kiba shouted as he looked down towards his hand. What the hell did you just do?" "That's for not trusting my judgment," said Naruto as he poked him in the forehead. Kiba was thrown back a few feet. "And that's for thinking that I will do anything to keep a fellow Konoha shinobi in danger if I can do anything about it," said Naruto as he walked away. Stepping inside, Shino raised his eyebrow. "You're back?" "What happened?" said Hinata, stepping towards him. "Is Kurenai sensei?" Naruto placed a hand on her shoulders. "She's just fine. There's no need to worry now. The medics are going to take good care of her." "Wait, you already got back?" she said. "Yep," said Naruto. "Good job, Naruto," said Kakashi. How is it possibly logical that he was able to get to Konoha and back in the short amount of time he's been gone? Sakura turned towards Shino. "I told you, Naruto is special. Like really special." "Yes, you said that, but that doesn't explain how he was able to do that. Do you possess super speed or something?" "In a way, yeah," said Naruto. "Really?" said Shino. "Yeah," said Naruto. "But as I said, once you get back, your sensei will be up and running waiting for you guys. Now there's something I gotta do." "What's that?" said Kakashi as he looked towards Naruto. "Help some people," said Naruto. "I'll be back in a few hours." As Kakashi simply nodded. "Is he safe out there?" Hinata asked, looking towards Kakashi. "Oh, trust me, he'll be just fine," Kakashi said, fully aware that Naruto wouldn't be hurt by anyone. And even if that was the case, the person had to be truly terrifying. A few minutes later, the people on the street of the wave was looking rather thin, their clothing barely hanging on to them, as they then saw something entering the village. Many of them started to flee, thinking that it was some kind of monster. A little girl, her back was turned, looked around as she saw the thing. It was gigantic. As she saw the person place them down, animals. A whole lot of animals. They seemed to be already dead. She was surprised she saw the boy standing there. Her older brother right by her side. Who are you?" he said, looking towards the blonde-haired boy. "It's just someone that wants to help," said Naruto. "Would you mind watching these for me?" Yeah, sure." As Naruto rushed off, he came back a few minutes later with two medium-sized trees that he was holding up. He then walked over and talked to one of the adults. It was an old woman who nodded towards him appreciatively before she made her way. As he followed her, they came back with a gigantic pan, a pot. At least 4 of them. "Thanks," said Naruto as he walked over. Everyone started to gather around as Naruto started to break the trees apart with his bare hand, using it as firewood. Once he had them stacked together, the woman asked, "You're gonna need a light," she said. "Oh, don't worry," said Naruto, as he started to rub his hand together, creating friction as he moved so fast his hands became a blur. A spark then followed. As it landed, Naruto took in a deep breath as he started to blow gently. He started to blow even more. He had did this a lot of time once he was in the forest of death. He liked to eat rabbit the most. Usually he wasn't one for cooking that much, but his conversations with Kurosaki that has had him happy over the days had made him gain a bit of interest in cooking. He even bought a cookbook, and he had to say, tasting different varieties of things were amazing. As Naruto got to skin the animals, the people there watching him, some of them offering to help, grateful that this young man was doing this. Sometime later there was a knock on Tasuna's door as he opened it, as he saw two of the villagers. Tasuna spoke to the people as he came back in. Well, it turns out that there's a party being kept in the village. A party? Said Tsunami. Even Inir was shocked by this. Really? Said Sakura. She saw the state of the village. When the group arrived towards the center, they saw Naruto, as he was wearing a chef hat and an apron. Ah, you guys are here, said Naruto. Sit down. It will be ready soon. There was a lot of people gathered. As the kids were there, they will be the first one to get. They were rather hungry. Kakashi walked over. Where did you get all of this? He said. Oh, this is my famous stew, said Naruto. I didn't know that you were a fan of cooking. Well, just picked it up recently, said Naruto. But I did like it way back then, but well, I just didn't have much time for it given the recent activities, but now I guess yeah, said Naruto, I like to cook. Going back to the question I asked earlier, where did you get the animals? They were on the outpost, said Naruto. I had to hunt them down. The outpost? Over there, said Naruto as he pointed. Naruto. This island is the only island on this coast. Are you telling me that you ran towards the other island? Yeah, said Naruto. You know what? Do you, said Kakashi. Just do you. He knew that he should not be surprised by this point. Naruto was a man of miracles. Later that night, food was not so much in the line of wave. Even Tsunami was worried about feeding all of them. But she was still gonna sacrifice it for them because they were saving her father. And she was gonna sacrifice food that she had to make sure that they were all rested and that they all eat properly. But the kid changed that. Now people had leftovers. There was so much stew. And it was incredible. Most of them saying that he should start a restaurant or something. People would love to eat this stew. As Naruto blushed at all the compliments. Later that night, as Kakashi was standing there, the two envoys arrived. Their mission was a success. Gato was now dead. These guys did not play around. As Naruto overheard all of that, he could not sleep. He was thinking about Kurosaki when he heard them arrive. His ears were pretty sharp. And he heard what they said. There was now one foe to deal with out there. He will handle that tomorrow. The next day, the team had spent some time together, Kakashi also helping them regarding their training. It seems like Team 7 was slacking. Sasuke was truly pissed off, given the fact that they already know the tree climbing and he did not. So he spent the entire day doing it. And as for Naruto, he was having some difficulty as well. But he could just walk up the tree. Kakashi told him to demonstrate as Naruto literally sunk his feet into the tree. When he did that, he applied pressure, enough to dent the tree so his foot leave a crease in it. Well, that was a way, but that was not the perfect way. If he could do that to stone, if he could walk up a building like that, it would be traceable. So he had to learn it. Naruto did not focus muchly on ninjutsu, so it came a bit difficult. However, Hinata was able to help him a lot. She was able to see the chakra that he was sending to his feet, which was too much. Far too much, as she helped him tone it down. At the moment though, Zabuza was pissed off. That damn woman and her genjutsu. She was able to get to him a lot, and using that time frame to hurt him with her weapon. However, he would be fine. He was pissed off that Haku had to reveal herself though, to save his damn life. He underestimated her and her team. When he realized that she couldn't really do anything but genjutsu, he kind of let his skill dustle a bit. And that was his fault. Now things were different. The next time he meets, he was gonna end them rather easily. That is when there was a knock. Haku froze as she turned her gaze towards the door. Zabuza looked at her confused, lying in bed, wrapped in bandages. Check it out, he said. Be careful. Yes, Zabuza-sama. She got up thinking that it was one of Gato Cronies. As she slowly peeped through a hole that was there, seeing a blond boy there with a basket. She was confused by that. He knocked once more. She put on her cheeriest demeanor as she slowly opened the door. "How can I help you?" she said. "I'm here to see Zabuza." She froze at that. "Don't worry," said Naruto as he pushed the door open despite her trying to keep it locked. He's strong, she thought. He simply walked past her. Haku quickly retrieved her needles. Before Naruto could arrive, something pricked him. Well, it tried to. "Hey, cut it out," said Naruto as he wiped off the needles that tried to enter his neck. Haku was confused. What just happened? She sent more Senmon toward his neck, however. They simply bounced off. "Hey, would you stop it?" said Naruto. Zabuza was on his feet, blade in hand. "Who the hell are you?" he said. Haku rushed in, however, Naruto turned and smacked her. Not too hard, but it did send her in the wall. "Sorry, but you had to calm down," said Naruto. "I'm not here to hurt anyone. Although I would have loved to fight you," said Naruto. "I heard that you're pretty strong, but these are for you," said Naruto as he placed on the basket. "While I was reading about cooking stuff, I found out about those herbs. They can help you heal up." Haku pulled herself out of the wall as she saw the herbs, but she was still on guard. Zabuza gripping his blade. "Take those and heal up and then get the hell out of here. Gato is dead." "What?" "Yes, he's dead. I'm not gonna tell you what happened, but just know that he's dead. So there's no need for you to come after the people at the wave. The only reason why I'm not attacking you is because you are a mercenary. This is basically your job, like our ninjas. So I see no reason in harming you." Zabuza narrowed his eyes. "Did you kill him?" he asked. "No." As Naruto started to walk away, "Wait. How did you find this place?" "I searched the entire forest," said Naruto. "This island is not that big." "So what is this?" "You're kicking me out of the land of wave. Just tell me to leave and think that I'll just do what you say." Naruto sighed. "You know, it's a shame that you're not in full strength. I would have loved to at least spar with you. However, it seems like you need some insurance." Naruto spun and slammed his fist into the wall. At first, nothing happened before the wall started to crack apart. Haku's eyes went wide. Zabuza raised his blade and sliced right through the ceiling that fell on top of him. The entire place started to break down. They were in the husk of a gigantic tree. A small cottage inside, as everything came toppling down. As Naruto stood there as rocks and pebbles fell on his forehead, but he did not move. As Haku came underneath the blade, saving herself from all the rocks and everything that fell down. "No, that is just a warning," said Naruto. "Leave this place, and we'll have nothing to worry about." As he walked away, leaving the two there wondering if this was a dream or something. This couldn't be real, right? Back at the house. "You did what?" said Kakashi. "Don't worry, I made sure to make him understand that he should leave this place." "How did you know that Gato is dead?" "I heard you last night." "You did?" "Yeah, pretty good hearing," said Naruto. "Don't worry, I didn't tell him who did it though. And I'm pretty sure they're not gonna tell anyone about this besides. I was wearing my headband," said Naruto. "So they don't know who I am." Good work," said Kakashi. "Well, at least we can sleep safer knowing that you're not gonna be coming here. Don't inform the others about this, okay?" "Why not? It's helping their training progress really far. All of them, including Soccer as well, knowing that you'll have to face a threat very soon." Suppose that is a good thing," said Naruto. "Well, I'm gonna take a nap." "Yeah, why don't you go ahead and do that? You clearly deserve it." Time skip. Naruto stood in front of Tazuna. "So you want to help me, huh?" "Yeah, sure," said Naruto. "Don't really have that much to do. Besides, I'm your guard today." "Still don't understand why they sent you alone." "The others are busy training," said Naruto. "Besides, I got the tree walking thing down. And I'll be moving on to water walking soon, even though I don't need it." "Whatever you say. Ninjas can sure do funny things." "So, do you want this done today?" said Naruto. Tazuna laughed. "As much as I like your enthusiasm, this bridge is a rather large one. I doubt that this can be done in a day. After all, as you can see, the size is a bit much. A few hours later, Tazuna was baffled. So were the other workers. Is he even human? To tell you the truth, I don't know, said Tazuna. He can't possibly be human, right? I mean, no, I don't know. I don't know either. Naruto wiped the sweat away from his brow. Whoa. Today was a hot day, he said. Hey, can I get some water? One of them said. Yeah, coming right up. As he handed Naruto a bottle of water. Thanks. As he returned back to working. The men were standing there because the layout of the bridge was already set. All that need to do was place in all of the wood and all the nails. And this kid was drilling in the nails with his finger, pushing them in like they were rubber. Just what the hell was going on? Time skip. I still don't understand, said Kiba. The bridge was named after Naruto, the great Naruto bridge, as they were heading back home. The people there was more than grateful, as he became their hero for all that he's done for them. They cheered his name, they celebrate. How were you able to help them rebuild the bridge in just one day? As Naruto turned towards him, that smirk. Are you gonna say something, said Kiba. Nah, guess you're gonna have to figure that one out for yourself. There's something strange about you, Naruto Uzumaki. And I will find out, Kiba said to him. As Naruto simply shrugged. Well, all I do is just work out. Nah, something else, Kiba said. I think you did great, Naruto-kun, said Hinata. Why thank you, said Naruto. I am still confused by the whole process that happened back there, said Shino, but you did good work. Well, I was only trying to help. Even I am amazed. You can really do some special things, can't you, said Sakura. As Naruto turned towards Sasuke. What? You looking for another compliment here? You know, I was gonna ask you how is the training coming along, but if you're gonna be a jackass then, be a jackass, said Naruto. Sasuke grumbled something under his breath, but Naruto simply ignored him and kept on walking. He was too happy to lash out at anyone yet, or anymore. He was just having such a wonderful time. Spending time with Kurosaki, his life just seemed to be much brighter and much more happier. Time skip. A month later. Things have changed. A lot happened in the month that went by. For one thing, Kurenai was still needing answers. She needed them now. She got Asuma roped into it as well. The Genins were not completely aware what Naruto was or what he can do. But still, even Guy told them that Naruto was something special. As the Jonin senses had sat down to have a little conversation. However, Kakashi did notice something. In the past month, Sasuke was able to finally awaken his Sharingan. They went on a C-rank mission that turned into a A-rank when they faced off against some guys that stole an amulet. Sasuke was face to face to one of them, and in his desperate moments he awakened those eyes. However, soon after they returned from that mission success, of course. Well, Naruto seemed to be in a grumpy mood a few days later. At the moment though, Naruto was walking down right the alleyway within Konoha. He was not happy. He had went towards the hidden stone a few days ago, going towards their favorite spot like he called it, when he found a note. Kurosaki was not gonna meet him today. She said something about she was unsure of how she was gonna take this friendship of theirs, if she can even do it anymore. And Naruto was upset. The fox was also not helping by making fun of his mood. Since he can't hurt him physically, maybe he would do it emotionally a bit. However, when Naruto gave him a glare to shut up, well, he realized that the kid was truly pissed, and he's never seen him pissed off before. There was a lot of feelings that the fox felt in Naruto's heart that he kept repressed so deep down. However, he was not happy. It seems like he was falling for that one single weakness of humanity: love. He was starting to love this girl. At the Hidden Stone, Kurosaki sat. The Chunin exams. Her and her team were being sent there. But that was not the problem. She had blown Naruto off. When she got back to the spot, she saw her note was missing. She knew it was from him. She kept it in a bit of a riddle that only they understand. So if anyone else found it, which she doubts, they would not understand what is going on since she did not put any names. However, she knew that it was him. Her talk with Tsubaki about being a traitor had really gotten to her. Not to mention Tsubaki has been acting strange lately, and she called her the strange one. Now she will have to face Naruto at Chunin exams. The reason why she did it in a letter was because she was afraid. She knew if she went to the exams, and she had to tell him face to face, it would be hard, so she wrote it in a letter instead, saying that she needed time. She felt conflicted. She didn't want to be a traitor to her home. The leaf and the stone would never get along, so how would this even work? And yet these damn feelings just won't go away. She didn't know what to do anymore. She sighed to herself. As she looked up, that is when she saw Akisaki walking towards her. As she got up to her feet, "What got you down in dumps?" he asks. "Huh? Why would you say that? I'm fine." Well, her face looked rather sad. "Are you guys ready?" As her father Kichishi appeared. "We still have to wait for 'I'm here,'" said Tsubaki. "Well, you all know the drill. We're heading to Konoha for you guys to participate in Chunin exams, and to find out as much information as possible about this Naruto Uzumaki and any other Konoha ninja that might catch your eye. We're here to test the evaluation strength of the Hidden Leaf ninjas, understood? Don't get into any unnecessary battles or any drawn out talk with any of them. We don't want to start something here, we just want to know info." "Yeah, we got it, Dad." "I am talking to you personally. I know these two will follow the rules. You always get yourself in some kind of trouble." "Jeez, I'll stay out of trouble," she said. He sighed to himself, knowing with her there that was not a possibility. "If you say so." They were the third team to left. A couple of other teams were leaving as well to come to Konoha for the exam. While that was going on, Naruto was not happy. No, he was not one bit. The letter that he got from her gave him this feeling, this aching feeling in his chest. Just a few days ago he was so happy, and now he felt so gloomy and so out of place. It was bugging him really badly. As Naruto turned around, "Would you stop following me?" he said. As Kiba came out of hiding. "So you saw me, huh?" "Yes, but I thought you'd get the clue and leave me alone." "Hey, what got you so shaken up?" said Kiba. "Look, I'm not in the mood," said Naruto. As he stomped away, Kiba watched him leave. He wanted to know what was the secret behind Naruto Uzumaki. What made him so strong? That is when he smelled something. As he smelled the scent retreating, it smelled like Hinata. He shrugged it off. As Naruto walked through the village, his hands in his pockets, as he was not in a good mood today. He was currently heading to where Kakashi was. Kakashi had called them about something important. That is when he felt someone coming, as a person patted him on the shoulder. "Oh hey Naruto," said Sakura. "Oh hey Sakura," said Naruto. "Are you alright?" she said. "Yeah, I'm fine," said Naruto to her. The both of them had a better relationship than him and Sasuke. For one, he had saved her countless times now. She realized that he was special. That was the only way that she could describe it. And he was the glue that kept their team together. However, he has been in a sad mood. She thought it would go away, just like the last time when they first went on their C-rank mission. And he returned back to cheeriness a few days later. He was always smiling, so to see him like this was not something pleasant. "Yeah, I'm fine," said Naruto. "I just want to be left," Before he could finish a sentence though, he heard someone shouting. "What's that?" she said. "Who cares?" said Naruto as he started to walk away. "Come on," she said, "let's check it out." As she dragged him along, only because he allowed her. They arrived to see none other than As the two kids saw Naruto, Mogi and Udon rushed up to him. They knew him quite well. "Boss," they shouted. "This guy, he's attacking Konohamaru." As Naruto looked forward as he saw a strange guy in a black suit. A cute blonde girl next to him. Konohamaru was about to be punched. Naruto sighed as he stepped forward. Time seemed to slow down. Everyone did. As he moved. Everyone here was much weaker than him, so when he moved, they weren't able to see him. Maybe someone like a cashier guy could see him when he moved, but these Genins were not as strong enough. Not to mention, in terms of hurting or damaging him that badly, they weren't able to do that. Maybe there was one though. However, damage is a far stretch. But having a good fight, that is something else. Konkuro's fist smashed into something. Konkuro was confused when a hand caught his fist. Temari instantly grabbed her fan, shocked by this person just popping up. Was that a Shunshin? Konkuro thought. "Let the kid go." "Boss," said Konohamaru. "Who the hell?" Naruto chopped Konkuro right on the hand. Konkuro cried out in pain. As Naruto raised his hand, Temari thought that he was going to punch her brother. So she spun as she brought her fan down. Whack! It slammed right into Naruto's head. Temari was baffled when her fan was dented by his skull. However, Naruto raised his hand to catch Konohamaru. Before he could fall down on the ground, he looked up towards her. "Hey, what's the big deal?" he said. She stepped back confused, looking towards her fan. What the hell? It was then that Gaara appeared, before Konkuro could get up. "Gaara," but Gaara paid him no mind. "You there?" "What's your name?" he said. Sasuke, who just arrived toward the scene, saw, as he started to catch up. Before he could say anything though, Naruto spoke. "None of your business," as he started to walk away, having Konohamaru walk in front of him. Gaara did not like that. He didn't like it one bit. How dare this person dismiss him like that? His sand shot out of his gorts and wrapped around Naruto. As Naruto looked down, Naruto's Sakura cried out. Sasuke quickly jumped down. As much as the blonde infuriated him, he was still his teammate. "No, Gaara, don't," said Temari. Knowing if they killed someone in a leaf, well, it wouldn't be good. Naruto turned his body in the sand, confusing most of them. "Let me go," he said to Gaara. "Is that a challenge?" "Well, I said let me go," said Naruto. A bloodthirsty smirk came on Gaara's face. "Gaara, stop," Temari said. However, Gaara's smirk got wider as he held his hand out. As he clenched it, Temari's eyes went wide. But guys, we end subscribe right here. If you want to see next part do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on the bell notifications to stay posted. But I'm off for now. See you guys soon. Peace, guys.